Boys, today we have the UFC light heavyweight division. I did this for every single division. I did tell you guys once title pictures, change hands, we'll revisit each division. Light heavyweight, the title picture, it changed hands. And I'm not gonna lie, I totally forgot to make this video. Just remembered the other day, so we're gonna do it right now. As you can see on screen, we got a tier list. It says champ, S tier, A tier, B tier, and C tier. If this is the first time you're watching it, obviously Magomed Ankalaev, the new light heavyweight champion, he's going into the champ tier. And pretty much S tier and C tier, there can only be one fighter that can be in that class. The rest we can stack up as much as we want, but we are not going off skill for skill. We're not going off any of that. We're going off purely if this was the next fight announced, how excited would I be for that fight? And this is the entire top 15. It's not in any specific order, just the top 15 as of recording this video. And with that being said, let's start right away. Aleksandar Rakić. If Rakić was next up for Magomed, where would I put him? If you can think of it as S tier being the best, C tier being the worst, A and B being good and bad, but honestly, if this was next up for Magomed, I'm putting this one in B tier. Wouldn't be that excited for it. Yeah, he is coming off a win, but he hasn't been looking the greatest in the UFC as of recently. Time has definitely caught up to him in my opinion, and just wouldn't be excited for him whatsoever. Let's move down. Alex Pereira, the rematch, how excited would I be for it? I'm not gonna lie, I would be fairly excited for it. I'm not the biggest fan of everyone coming out nowadays and saying, yeah, Pereira was sick, Pereira had a broken hand, Pereira this, Pereira that. It's just excuse after excuse after excuse. Pereira even was like, yeah, all that stuff is true. I don't care, don't say that shit unless you win. In my opinion, you don't say any of that stuff unless you win. And to be honest, I'm not out of everyone in light heavyweight, he wouldn't be the most exciting for the next up in my opinion, just because we just saw that fight. He's going in A tier, arguably S tier, but we can only have one guy in S tier, and he's coming up later at the end of the video. And yeah, I'm putting him in A tier. I would be excited for this rematch, don't get me wrong, but if there's another guy on this list that I'd be more excited for. Let's go down. Alonzo Menifield. I don't know why this dude is even ranked in the top 15. I'm pretty sure he tried to go up to heavyweight, unless I'm retarded and thinking of the other dude. But yeah, C tier. I'm pretty sure Alonzo Menifield. Actually, no, I'll put him in B tier. There's another guy I would be a lot less excited to watch, and that's going to be Anthony Smith. Anthony Smith, C tier. He has one more fight. He's retiring against the Chinese dude. C tier. Easy as that. I wouldn't be excited whatsoever. I would be very disappointed if this was the next shot for the title. I don't think the UFC would be able to promote this at all. It would be a laughingstock. It has to go C tier. He has to be the worst one on this entire list. Let's go down. Azamat Murzakanov, honestly, A tier, maybe. I don't know. Light heavyweight is so low in actual talent and people that you care about. I'll put him in A tier. No, I'll put him in B tier. I couldn't care less, to be honest. I couldn't care less. Let's go down. Evil Anthony Smith, Bogdan Guskov. Where do I put Bogdan? B as well. I wouldn't care that much, to be honest. I'll put him in A tier because of the memes for Evil Anthony Smith finally getting a title shot. A tier, but I wouldn't care that much. Carlos Ulberg, also A tier. He's arguably right up there for the next shot. He's probably one win away to being undeniable the next shot for the title, but Carlos Ulberg is, I just don't think style for style he would do very well against Magomed. And would I be excited for this fight? I mean, not really, but it's a fresh matchup. It's a guy on the rise. I'm still putting him in A tier. There's only one dude that can be in S tier. He's coming up later towards the end. Let's go down. Dominick Reyes, B tier. It's just because I can't put him into C tier because Anthony Smith is right there. But yeah, B tier. Honestly, because he's such a fan favorite, I'm debating putting him in A tier, but it just doesn't make sense. Is he on a winning streak? He is. He beat Anthony Smith. Yeah, still, I can't put him anything above B tier. He would be exciting. I can't remember in the videos I used to do, did I worry about win streaks and all that, or just purely entertainment? I think I went purely off entertainment. Okay, purely off entertainment. I think everything still stacks up well. Dominick Reyes, I'll put in A tier just because of the promotion. We could get some good promotion behind it. Let's go down. Jamahal Hill. Jamahal Hill, also A tier. I feel like the fight itself would be very entertaining, plus the build-up would be entertaining, plus, again, the memes around it could be very entertaining. We could have delusional Jamahal Hill here. We can have some legendary one-liners. Jamahal Hill definitely A tier for all those reasons. Jan Błachowicz would go in A tier, but we already saw the rematch, and here I go again thinking, am I looking off past performances or the fight itself? The fight itself wasn't that great. We already saw it. B tier. Unfortunately, I love me some Jan Błachowicz. He's one of my favorite fighters in light heavyweight, but yeah, B tier. Moving down, Johnny Walker. We saw this fight twice now. Just imagine if that flying knee landed on Magomed. How different it would be. If that like just flatline Magomed, how different light heavyweight would look right now. I'm going to put him in. It's always fun watching Johnny Walker, but we've seen this twice already. Yes, the other one was too early, but then he got finished in the rematch. B tier. It pains me to do it, but yeah, B tier. Khalil Rountree. I think Khalil Rountree would be an A tier. I don't think a lot of guys match up well for Magomed. I'm still putting him in A tier, even though I don't think the fight would be that great, style for style. But, there's been a lot of Khalil Rountree fans that came out of nowhere since the Pereira fight. I'm sure it would be a fun build-up. Let's go down. Nikita Krylov. These guys have fought each other already, but that was a long time ago. I'm still going to put Nikita in A tier if this dude could make it to the fight. Who did he just beat? He just beat, I think it was, why am I forgetting who he beat? Oh, the next guy on this list, Volkan Oezdemir. I'm also going to put in A tier. These two just fought each other. Volkan Oezdemir lost. I think this would be a very fun fight against Magomed. Volkan Oezdemir. Very underrated, in my opinion. But yeah, I would put him in A tier. And then S tier, it has to be the boy, Jiří Procházka. Jiří Procházka, by a mile, has to be S tier. I think, without a doubt, it's very close. Him and Alex Pereira, who would be S tier, but I think I would just be a little bit more excited if my boy Schizo Jiří could get that belt back. I think the hood would be very happy for that. Plus, we get the rematch of Alex Pereira, Jiří Procházka. I have to put him in S tier. Let me know in the comments below. Would you put these guys up a little bit differently? I think this is perfect. And yeah, let me know in the comments below, who do you think is going to lose the belt next, and which one of these divisions are we going to have to revisit? I think, personally, the next belt to change hands is probably going to be heavyweight. Have we done heavyweight? But yeah, we did both of them, so it doesn't really matter. I think the next one will probably be middleweight. Honestly, I could see DDP losing the belt to Chimaev next, so probably gonna do that video next if that does happen. If that doesn't happen, if DDP beats Chimaev, we're gonna have to start talking about like GO conversations and shit like that. But yeah, let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching to the end of the video, and I will see you guys in my next video.